It seems like there is an unlimited supply of tools and software available to help run your business. So today I thought I would share these 6 tools that I'm currently paying for to help run my business every single day. So these are in no particular order, but the first one on my paid list is the Adobe Creative Cloud subscription. The Creative Cloud subscription offers full access to all of Adobe's products and all of their software. And I only use a handful, but the ones that I use are Premiere, After Effects, Media Encoder, Photoshop, Lightroom, Adobe Illustrator, and occasionally Audition. A massive percentage of creatives use Adobe products, especially when it comes to Lightroom, Photoshop, and Illustrator. Those ones really dominate the industry, so if you're a photographer, an illustrator, or a graphic designer, I think it's pretty essential to use Adobe's products. If you're in motion design or visual effects, obviously After Effects is the most common one to use as well. Premiere has a little bit more competition, and I'm going to talk about that with my next one on the list. Adobe, unfortunately, will probably always be on my statement balance because their software is so standard and used throughout the whole industry that I think it's very important and very valuable to have these tools always with me. So next on my paid list, and I'm just going to put an asterisk next to it, is Davinci Resolve. So the reason I have an asterisk next to that is Davinci Resolve has a free version of the platform that allows you to have about 95% access to all of the features within Davinci. Now I have a paid version which removes any of the limitations that you get on the free version, but like I just mentioned, you can use just about 95% of the software. And in the last 6 months, probably about 90% of my editing I now do in Davinci. I used to do it mostly in Premiere. I've now transferred a lot of my editing work within Davinci because I really like the workflow that it has. Once I've gotten comfortable with it, I prefer it a lot more than I do within Premiere. And there's a lot of features in Davinci that are just very enticing and hard for me not to use. There's a few features within Premiere that have really kept me on. Surprisingly, it's the remix tool. I absolutely love being able to take a music track and be able to stretch it or shorten it. And about 80% of the time it works just fine as it is. At least that's been my experience. And additionally to a couple other features, the other biggest thing is After Effects. I'm not a huge fan of Fusion, which is Davinci's version of After Effects. It's really convenient and really nice that all of it is within one application just in Davinci. I don't have to go open up Audition if I need to work on the audio, or I don't need to go open After Effects. This isn't a video about Premiere or Davinci, so I'm not going to go into anything further, but I do use both of these tools. If you're in the video space, you probably have an opinion of which one you prefer anyways, but if you're not and you're looking for a video editor, I would definitely point you in the direction of Davinci because it's free to get started, professionals use it, and it's highly capable of doing just about anything that you're going to need. Next is Webflow. I made a video all about why I use Webflow even though I'm not a web developer or designer. You can click here and watch that video. But to put it simply, I love the customization that Webflow gives me within my website, and I've chosen to host my site within Webflow's hosting platform because I love how intuitive and easy it is to use. There's no extra third-party steps or anything like that. So even though it's expensive, I love the ease of use for it, and so it justifies the cost of it. Next on my list is Google Workspace. This is pretty straightforward, but this is for email, this is for Google Drive, Google Docs. Google is making a lot of interesting advancements with their AI Gemini. Within Google Workspace, you get a lot of value within that. You can upload footage, send it to an editor, especially when you're in video and you're dealing with a lot of large files and you need more space, that you can send files to an editor, you can send a finished project to a client. Getting a business email with your domain that makes you look a lot more credible and professional. So there's a lot of value in it, and it's incredibly inexpensive for what you get. For accounting, I use QuickBooks. There's a lot of really good options out there. The reason I use QuickBooks was honestly just because they gave me a really good deal. It was $160 for the Solopreneur package, which is exactly what I need. It's really easy to use, and the most beneficial feature of it is the mileage tracker. The mileage tracker is incredibly valuable. I have it on my phone. It captures that drive and then gives it to me for review later, that I can classify it as a business trip or if it was a personal trip. And for all the business miles that I use, it deducts those from my taxable income. So that one feature in and of itself really pays for the subscription of QuickBooks and makes it so much more valuable for me to use it. And so that's the reason right now that I'm currently using QuickBooks. So the one that just recently graduated from the free versions to the paid versions is ChatGPT. If you don't know what ChatGPT is, you should probably go figure that out because it's very important in today's day and age now, and it's going to really change how business is done going forward. AI technology is just constantly advancing faster and faster, and ChatGPT is really to thank for this, whether you like that or not. But if you're not using ChatGPT, you should definitely use it. You can get started for free, and it's incredibly valuable just at that level. I think there's a use for it in every single business. So if you are not, find a way that it works and fits within your business to help automate things, to help simplify things, and do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. The last on my paid list is Vimeo. So Vimeo has a really good free option that can allow you to upload videos. You can embed it within your website. And Vimeo has a very clean aesthetic within your website. And once you go from Vimeo Free to Vimeo Pro, It unlocks so much more capabilities and features. If you're creating a lot of video work, if you're posting a lot of content and it's living within a website, I think Vimeo is something that you should really look at. If you're in video for client work, it's also such a great platform because you can upload videos, you can send review files, and then the client can review the content, leave markers on the video with timestamps for feedback and changes that they might want. Those are the tools that I am currently using to run my business that I am paying for. Some of these are probably going to be with me for the rest of my career unless something dramatic happens. Just because I'm paying for them doesn't mean I necessarily use them every single day. I would say for the majority of them, I definitely use at least a couple times a week, if not a few times a month. The important thing to remember with tools that you're paying for is to always analyze them and look at them and see how valuable they are for your business. The world of business is continually changing and evolving, and your needs are going to be continually changing and evolving as well. So some of the tools you might have, you might realize down the road that I haven't used it much for 6 months, and if I got rid of it, I probably wouldn't be out all that much. So always analyze and see how it's performing for your business, and if it's not performing any value, it's not going to hurt to cut it out. So the thing to remember with software is it is almost a never-ending evolution. It is continuously evolving, and the things that are working for you today may prove to be irrelevant in just a few months from now. So always be looking at new tools up ahead that could help your business, help automate things, help simplify stuff, help you achieve more by doing less. In my next video, I'm gonna be talking about the free tools that I'm using in my business. There's a lot more free ones than there are paid ones, so make sure to stay tuned for that video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it insightful or valuable, I would greatly appreciate if you could leave a like. Thank you again so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Cheers.